What's up, guys? Fruit Punch CB here. Back with some more White Album. Playing Yayoi route. This one, I don't know what to think about this route. It's definitely more interesting, for sure, out of all of them. This feels louder, but I didn't touch the volume. I can't even see the volume. That's okay too, though. Good opening. So, you don't know what to do. Is Yayoi doing this for herself or for Yuki's sake? Or both? I don't know. Let's see. So, the next event is December 8th. If it's too loud, not too loud. If it echoes, just tell me. I didn't mess with the volume, but it sounds louder than usual for some reason. I don't know why. Alright, December 8th, we have to go to Echoes. Oh yeah, we're going to talk to Yayoi. But she talked to us differently. No. Yeah, she said the same thing. Oh. What's my entertainment? You repeatedly say everything you do is for Yuki. I have a feeling there's no way she'll give me an answer I can accept, but I decided to ask anyway. But then saying something like that, I don't get it. I don't understand what you want from me. Yayoi looks at me. Oh, he questioned her because I didn't get it either. She said she'd do everything for Yuki, but why would you ask me to love you? I don't have to love you to. How is me loving you makes Yuki? I don't know. What the hell? I could just ignore Yuki and support her from the sideline. I don't have to love you, Yayoi. Yayoi looks at me. It's almost like she's making a mental recording. Oh shit. How do you answer this? I want to say no, but then it'll mean that I enjoy cheating on Yuki. She ends up posing a question that's difficult for me to answer. Technically, we're equals, but from a psychological standpoint, I feel like she has a huge advantage over me. Her answer sets time into motion once more. Her gaze remains fixed on me, but I can't bring myself to look back. I don't want to talk like that. I don't want you to talk like that. Please. That's all I'm asking. Damn. Am I getting through to her? Her expression remains the same as she watched me, puzzled. She then turns her back on me and walks away. That's not what I wanted at all. I don't want to cause any problems for Yuki, and I absolutely don't want to get in her way. But still, knowing all that, I don't understand how someone can view themselves as an object. How do you learn to be okay with that? My mind turns to thoughts of Yayoi, as much as possible in her own way. December 9th. Let's see. Oh, we can skip this day. We're doing December 10th. And then, let's see. Who's going to be at Echoes today? Yayoi. Alright. Obviously. And then, is this the 10th? I forgot already. Short-term memory. Entertainment. So, speaking of CDs. I'm sorry, what? Next Sunday? I don't have any plans yet. Wait, why do you ask? Accompany you.
はい。
Oh, she looks happy though.
リサ、
Head out on a recon.
ショッピングに参ろうと思いました。
What? Is that so? Is she serious right now? I think she means it. Probably. What do I say? Yes? Alright. Then she likes that a lot. When it goes really long, that means she really likes that. Okay then. Sure, I'll accompany you on your expedition. There's no way I could turn her down without feeling bad.
ありがとうございます。それでは日曜日にお迎えに上がります。
Damn, dude, she got a BMW. Great. Does he not like riding in the BMW? I guess not in the context of cheating on Yuki, I guess. I know there's no reason for me to be afraid, and yet, for some reason, I kinda still am.
それでは楽しみにしております。
Okay. She's still staring at me for some reason. Damn, they're just staring at each other.
お仕事に戻ってください。
Oh, right. And she's gone. I have a feeling this won't be your typical fun, casual hangout. Though it's fine with me either way. Yo, my throat hurts. I don't know what's going on. I guess I've been streaming a lot lately, though. Especially visual novels. I remember I did feel a little pain when I was streaming Tsukihime. Not the remake, the original with no voice acting. So when I was reading like 5 hours a day, whoa, that was crazy. Echoes literature. Welcome. Welcome. There you go.
カウンターよろしいでしょうか。恐れ入ります。
What do you want to talk about with her? Literature? I actually read an entire novel for the first time in a while the other day. It was very history heavy, so I ended up learning more than I have from any textbook. Oh, I doubt I actually learned anything that'll stick with me. I tried to laugh it off. No matter what I try, I just feel like I'm spinning uselessly in circles. Are you bored with this conversation?
はい。
I didn't expect her to be honest. I figured as much. She didn't need to be that brutally honest though.
小説には全く興味が湧きません。歴史小説が一部では流行しているようですから。
Oh, Face Day Night. Oh yeah?
ええ。ですが、歴史は歴史として、後から人間が手を加えたりは決してできません。
That's right.
小説のように。
Only the heroes. No, whoever win the war is the hero of the story. Sure. That's probably why that particular genre exists in the first place, right?
私はやはり小説などは自宅で静かに読むべきだと思いますわ。作業中の詩作はほとんどの場合実を結びませんもの。
The literally interpretation of her words might be, shut up and do your job. Okay then. And so I go back to work. Oh, is that what she said to Toya? Basically. Oh, bruh. There's no customers here though.
それでは
Dude, Yayoi. She's cold. I kind of like that. We don't get a heroine like her too often. Let's see. December 12th. Saw hobbies. December 12th, where? TV station. And then we're gonna talk about her hobbies. Okie dokie.
おはようございます。
Hey, did she greeted me? Does that mean she likes me now? Huh? Oh, hi. Good morning. It's unusual for Yayoi to start a conversation with me. Oh, I think she likes me now. Sick. I like that. Hobbies? Are you into dressing up, Yayoi?
あまり気にしませんので。
Oh yeah? I figured. I think a more mature, sophisticated style would look good on you though.
仕事場に着てくるわけにはいきませんから。
Dang, she's thinking I'm thinking skimpy. It would look good on her. You could wear it on your days off. Though I'm not actually sure she has days off.
興味ありませんので。それでは。
Damn, dude. And she's gone. She likes ignoring me. She just tells me to go back to work. She goes to my part-time job as a barista. She does not have no relationship. I guess, maybe I'm not giving her her coffee or whatever. She keeps telling me to go to work. I need to get honey. That's what I need for my throat. Now remember I used to eat honey? That shit's expensive. I don't do that anymore. Alright, you guys are ready? Here we go, the big day. Coming. Must be Yayoi.
お付き合いありがとうございます。
Huh? You didn't drive here?
駐車場をお借りしましたが。
No, I wanted to ride in the BMW. Oh, right. Talking with her always feels like pulling teeth.
少し歩きましょうか。
Okay, sure. Going for a walk together can be pretty romantic depending on the person you're with. Oh, that means Toya's open-minded. He's like, fuck it. If Yayoi's gonna make me try to make me go out with her, then might as well make the best of it if we're gonna cheat on Yuki. Though I doubt that's the case here.
何か?
Nope, let's go. With everyone on break, a lot of people are out and about. And standing out among all of them is Yayoi. She does not blend in. Excuse me. Excuse me.
ミュージックショップに立ち寄ってもよろしいでしょうか?
Nope, not at all. It feels almost like we're just a normal couple on a date. Cheating on Yuki with a Christmas cake? She's not a Christmas cake yet. Wait, is she? Oh, she's on the 24th. Oh, fuck. Yeah, when is Christmas? Is this Christmas Eve? She's a Christmas Eve cake. I think to myself as we enter the store. Oh, fuck! Yayoi is the same age. She's the same age as Yuki birthday. Yuki birthday's the 24th, Christmas Eve. Right? Yuki wasn't born on Christmas. She was born on Christmas Eve. Did they do that on purpose? Dude, the Christmas Eve cake. And that's Yuki birthday. They did that on purpose. They knew what they were doing when they made Yayoi 24. Let's see. Uh-huh.
尾形さんのレーベルの占める空間的な視野はこれだけでしょう。
Okay. I get a feeling she completely forgot that I'm even still here.
今日は本当に
What?
お付き合いありがとうございました。
That was our date. No problem. All we did was go shopping, I think.
いかがでした?
No, this is the worst date ever. Yuki, I think about her in a Santa outfit. I don't remember what we did with Rina's day. Mana's day was pretty fun. Misaki day was interesting. Kinda, not really. Saigo day was pretty funny. Toya was dying in the inside, but it was funny watching him, getting dragged around. Haruka day was actually the best one, huh? Maybe. Pardon? What did I think of, what?
ショップの売り場面積のレーベルごとのシェアですわ。
Of the way the store divvied up their available shelf space per record label? Right. Shelf space.
アルバムがリリースされた場合をシミュレートしてみますと。
Okay.
失礼いたしました。今日は藤井さんとのショッピングでしたわね。
It feels like she forgot, and more like I was just tagging along as she did work.
ついつかユキさんのアルバムの並ぶ場面を想像してしまいました。
Damn, dude.
失礼いたしました。
She really loves Yuki. That's But before I can finish my thought, she immediately cuts me off.
帰りにお食事ご一緒願いますか？
Dinner? Sure. Is she paying? After a fairly unenjoyable dinner, we go our separate ways. Damn, dude! Unenjoyable dinner. It was a pretty dull day, as I expected, but her somewhat offhand remark about Yuki's future album release sticks with me. That's right. It's only a matter of time before Yuki music will be lined up on those shelves. She made it far enough that she can realistically dream about that kind of reality, and Yayoi clearly is dreaming enough for both of them. While Yayoi was always struck me as being as far from a dreamer as one can get, her dreams seem far more realistic than mine. Though, to be fair, I doubt she has many. Only ones involving Yuki. I'm suddenly overcome with a mixed undescribable relief and utter defeat. What kind of dreams do I have about Yuki? And what kind of future do I see her having? I merely put a stop to that. Better to figure out the present before worrying about the future. That was our date with Yayoi, by the way. That's crazy. That was the worst date ever. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, Yayoi, you're really pretty, but damn, that was the worst fucking date. Oh my god. Alright. I guess we do this, our TV station. Yeah. With my studio work done now, I decide to step outside for a break before starting the next shop. At that moment, I see someone walking towards me. It's Yayoi, and Yuki's not with her. I try to move past her, pretending not to see her, but
Fuji-san.
I jerk involuntarily. Oh, Yayoi, working hard. I know I sound phony as hell, but I find it impossible to act natural around her, even here. It simply doesn't matter, since she ignores my ridiculous attempt at conversation.
Fuji-san, 今お時間よろしいでしょうか?
Not really. I'm in the middle of... Before I can finish, it hits me. I bet money on the fact that Yayoi's been monitoring me somehow while I've been working. Otherwise, how else could she have perfectly timed bumping into me during this convenient gap between jobs? What's this do you have a moment crap? She knows full well that I do. Actually, sure. You called me just as I went on break.
それは良かったですわ。
She said, smiling at me. Everything is going according to her plan.
少々私にお付き合いいただきたいのですが。
Uh-huh. I answer non-comedically.
お時間は取らせません。
Fine. At this stage of the game is all I can say. She sounds polite, and there's a take no prisoners undertone that commands obedience, and so I follow her without complaint. She leads me down a hallway lined with green rooms, though at this hour they're all empty. She didn't come in for work today, did she? I asked her, trying to feign ignorance.
ええ。
And yet, just like always, it's not enough to crack her icy exterior. I knew it wouldn't phase her, yet the complete non-reaction leaves me feeling miserable.
今日はユキさんからの頼まれ物ですわ。
With that, she pulls an envelope from a handbag and passes it to me. It's for me?
ええ。
I suspiciously look down at the object in her hand. It's a small yet otherwise ordinary looking green envelope. I can take it?
問題でも。
She doesn't seem to care one way or another, so I guess it's fine. Okay then. I timidly accept it.
クリスマスライブのご招待チケットだと思います。あなたにぜひおいでいただきたいとユキさんもおっしゃっておりましたか
You looked inside.
ら。まさか。
She flashed her pearly white teeth at me in a grin. I do see her teeth.
そう思うと申しただけです。ユキさんの指針を除くなど、そんなことは絶対にいたしませんので。 ご安心を。
I guess that makes sense. Plus, as her manager, she would know Yuki's schedule pretty well. Besides, it's clear Yuki trusts her completely, enough to ask her to act as a sort of messenger.
これをポストに投函するよう言われていたのですが、今日たまたまここに藤井さんがいらっしゃったので、手渡しで失礼させていただこうかと。
It's fine. I'm sure Yuki won't be mad that you didn't follow her directions exactly.
恐れ入ります。
Her delivery is always so flat that I can never tell whether she's joking or being serious. She sure sounds like she means it, but I don't know. It's fine, I appreciate it. But are you really sure I can accept this? What I mean is, if I accept this ticket, I will absolutely go see Yuki perform. Are you okay with that? I feel like a naive idiot worrying about someone who's got my hands tied behind my back. However, her seemingly fine with me going to Yuki concert leaves me feeling worried, prompting me to ask her directly.
結構ですわ。
She chuckles.
これはユキさんの今年最大のイベントですから。少しでも多くの方々にご覧になっていただきたいのですわ。美しいユキさんの最高のステージ。
Don't you mean my Yuki performance? I intentionally mimic Yayoi's usual monotone, but instead of reacting negatively,
ええ、彼女はすべて私の望むものを一つ一つ確実に叶えてくださいます。おそらくこれからも一歩一歩夢を叶えていってくださるでしょう。ユキさんは私のすべてですわ。
dude. Honestly, we never really had an antagonist. Can you really call AJ an antagonist? He's barely relevant, like in any of the stories. Like he only turned relevant at the end of Yuki's story. I guess he did drag Yuki around and stuff, but still. Yayoi, she really give me antagonist vibes. For the briefest moment, a very feminine, or rather, an incredibly human expression crosses her face, but it quickly vanishes.
ですから、ユキさんへの無意味な進路は与えたくないのです。例えば、自分の恋人に裏切られるよう。
What the fuck? Of course, I see now. Yuki being able to see me either before or after the show is an effective way to help her succeed. I'm just a tool to relieve her anxiety and cover her strength. You think Yuki think I'm cheating on her? Me? Oh, I guess Toya. Why would Toya cheat on Yuki? Why won't she trust him? He trusts her. Guess a little bit, not really. Kinda. Damn, dude, they should break up. They can't trust each other. I nod silently, the truth behind the situation finally dawning on me. So that's why you're okay with this, but...
でもはございません。お分かりですね。
She interrupts me, looking at me intently.
これ以前には極力、ユキさんにお会いになったり、連絡を取られたりはしてほしくないのです。
Then she takes my hand and presses it against her breast.
何もユキさんだけが女性の体を持っているわけではないでしょう。ですが、トップアイドルになれる才能はユキさんだけしか。
So I've been told. I meant for that to come out coldly, but my tongue catches in a dry throat, and all that comes out is a weak croak.
でした。
Oh shit, the evil CG. I can feel the pulse of a heartbeat in the palm of my hand, and I'm pretty sure it's mine. I guess being touched like this by the opposite sex doesn't faze her. I wonder, not for the first time, whether she even has a heart inside her. Or if there's something inorganic, a motor revving endlessly inside her chest cavity doesn't seem far-fetched. Dude, is Yayoi Route a horror route? What the fuck? That being said, I definitely found myself attracted to her perfectly proportioned body and beautifully sculpted features, and she practically throwing herself at me to let loose in ways I can't with Yuki, like some kind of temptress. But if I were to use her body to satisfy my own primal desires, would I be able to keep my affection for Yuki intact? I feel nothing for Yayoi, and she has clearly stated that she has no interest in dating me, so the only solution I can see is to find some sort of middle ground without going all in. Because if I can't stay firm enough, then she'll end up painting over my feelings for Yuki before I can stop her. She places both her hands on top of mine. The warmth from her skin is incredibly bizarre. I suddenly snap to reality. I'm still in the middle of something. I yank my hand back, stuff the envelope in my pocket, and race off. Damn, dude. Despite the shame I feel over how weak-willed I am, I can't deny how outrageously attractive I find her. No, it's almost like she put some sort of spell on me. Yeah, it's called titties, bro. That shit is very effective against the opposite sex. Or so I heard. I think it's pretty effective to everyone, actually, no matter what gender you are. I return to the studio acting like nothing happened, finish up the rest of my work, and head home. This is all Yuki fault. Yeah, it's Toya fault and Yuki fault. Damn, dude, it's cause they're not having a proper relationship with each other. They don't have time to talk things over. They don't have time to share affection with each other. They don't have time for anything. That's the issue. And Toya's like, damn, dude. He's really trying to sacrifice himself when he could have had Haruka this entire time, honestly. Haruka was his true friend. That was honestly probably the first girl that he actually liked. But I don't know what happened. They never give us a backstory of why he chose Yuki over Haruka. When he'd been through so much with Haruka. He supported her so much. And then he abandoned Haruka though. During the most important time of her life. When she needed Toya the most. He left Haruka for Yuki. That really rubbed salt to the wound to me. Once I get home, I take a few moments to calm myself down before opening the envelope from Yuki. Inside is a letter, several sheets of paper, and a ticket. It's a ticket to the Christmas show Eve, just like Yayoi said. Her figuring it out so easily makes me feel embarrassed, as if she somehow caught me naked. I read the letter. It contains details about the show itself. It's a Christmas Eve concert sponsored by the TV station itself, showcasing the hottest performers starting December 20th and ending on the 25th. Yuki takes center stage on Christmas Eve itself. This marks a huge step up in Yuki's career, and yet I can't help but see these steps as taking her progressively further from me. At the bottom of the letter,
PS この間は変なこと言っちゃってごめんなさい。気にしないでください。でも嬉しかったよ。
is she talking about the phone call? When she went to dinner with AG? I meant, my bad, work meeting. Toya. That's it. I look at the ticket for a moment. No matter how many people around her are trying to hold her back, she continues to do her best all by herself. Toya. You need to... Dude. He needs a girlfriend, dude. Not Yuki. Like, damn, dude. He needs Haruka. I know Yuki's not doing it on purpose, but honestly, Yuki's really hurting Toya. Like, she kind of ruined his life. Pretty much, right? Motherfucker. Working 4 part-time jobs. He doesn't even need to work as an AD. He's only working as an AD for Yuki's sake, really, to be honest. This man is destroying himself for Yuki. And Yuki appreciated, but she doesn't have time to show that appreciation, I guess, or whatever. It's like wasted effort. Next one's the 19 TV station. What? Oh. Okay, that makes sense. We're gonna do small talk with Yayoi.
おはようございます。
Hello. I've been working as a private tutor lately.
そうですか。
Yeah,
頑張ってください。
I'm doing my best. That was the most I couldn't care less response ever. Though I guess I brought it on myself. Excuse me. Whenever I drink too much water, I feel like I feel bloated. We're gonna go to the 21st TV station and then small talk.
おはようございます。
Hello. It's been pretty cold this winter, huh? Feels like it might snow at any moment. I decided to play it safe and stick to the weather.
そうですね。
Though last year it didn't snow at all.
そうですね。
Think it might snow? It seems like an adult conversation.
私にはなんとも。気団の配置から見ますと、その可能性もあるようですけれど。
Uh-huh. I wasn't asking for a weather report or anything that involved. She suddenly changed his tone.
冬は好きですわ。私。
Oh. Oh, is that a pun for Yuki? Maybe I'm imagining things, but the way she said that was warmer than usual.
それでは。
Maybe not. At least I got to hear the weather forecast for free. Let's see. All right. Tomorrow's the big day, Yuki concert. I'm debating if I want to skip it or not, because we did seen it already. Now let's watch the whole thing. I think this is a very important scene. Even if we already seen it, it's been a long time. So tonight's the night of Yuki's solo performance. My throat's not in the best condition. It's still a while before it starts, but I'm already feeling amped up about it. Pretty dumb, huh? Eep! My phone suddenly rings out. Almost gave me a heart attack. Yes, Fuji speaking. Hey, can we skip this part? I don't want to skip this part. It's just Akira. Don't scare people like that. What do you mean by that? It's my home. I can be in it if I want. Yeah. Even Akira knows about it. Not until much later, though. I don't know what you're implying. Crap. Even Akira can tell how excited I am about her show. Oh, yeah? What's stopping you? That's all? Well, she did. He's really on the road today. Whoops. Though to be fair, I only found out about it the other day.
あれすぐに完売だったって。出遅れなかったら買えたかもしれないけど、何にしても簡単には手に入らないんだって。
Seriously?
ユキのこと全然無関心なんだから。
He mutters like he's telling me off.
まあいいよ。いい機会だから、トウヤもユキのステージライブで見たらいいよ。絶対改心するから。
What's that supposed to mean? He's got a point though. Since we decided to keep work talk to a minimum when we're together, I'm honestly been in the dark regarding her career and rising popularity. He's right. This is probably a great opportunity for me to see her in action. Plus, I can see what she's like on the other side of the TV screen. Fine, I guess I'll be sure to cheer her on the gutso.
そうだよ。
I'll be sure to give her a good cheer for you too.
うん。
He's clearly annoyed. Want me to bring back a pamphlet?
あ
Oops, now he's mad. I teased him a little too much.
でもやっぱ一部。
You're ridiculous. He's such a straight-laced guy. I appreciate you giving me a call. I'm glad to hear you in the corner.
まあね。
He mutters under his breath, almost shyly. Thanks. Alright, I really gotta get going.
そうだね。
And with that, he hangs up. Despite acting like he doesn't harbor any special feelings for her, it's clear that he cares about her quite a bit. It's about that time. Let's go. Time to see Yuki perform live. I arrive at the venue carrying a bouquet of flowers I picked up along the way to find the place already packed. Groups ranging from school kids to guys close to my age lined up excitedly to get in, the air white with their breath. Everyone is spending their Christmas Eve here just to support Yuki. They came to watch Yuki sing, dance, and perform on stage. And the feeling they have for her, dare I say, extra special. Many view her as theirs and theirs alone. She's their idol, and perhaps their very own charismatic superstar. Despite being her actual boyfriend, I wonder if the feelings I have for her can compete with the love they possess. Should I feel proud of this lineup? The people who love her extend far beyond the crowd here. Her fan base exists on an even more massive level. She's a hopeless mess who has yet to release even a single album and who is turning 20 tonight, and yet this many people absolutely adore her. Fared with this reality, how can I possibly see her as my own beloved Yuki? But that's why I came here, right? To see Yuki. It's a simple enough reason, and yet to me, it's far from trivial. To be perfectly frank, I have no idea what's going to happen between us. I don't like thinking about it, but a worst case scenario doesn't feel like a real possibility to me. So it's important for me to burn this scene into my memory. The night chill, the bright lights, the hum of the crowd, and me standing in the middle of it all. And then there's Yuki, glittering from atop the stage. I burn the scene into my memory, into my very soul. That's when the doors to the venue open. A staff member guides me through the dimly lit venue to where I'll be sitting. Yuki managed to get me a ticket for a special seat directly in front of the stage. And so I sit there, quietly waiting for Yuki to take her place in the limelight. All I can ever do for her is wait. So the least I can do is wait patiently, to keep my attention locked on her, and only her. The lights dim, the show starts. Yuki's first ever solo performance begins. Put the mouse down.
二人会えなくても平気だなんて強がり言うけどため息混じりね
Christmas classic, right? White Album. Merry Christmas! Right? Merry Christmas! Yeah! Yuki! Yeah! It's because this month is December as well. I know it took us 4 months to get here, but I think it's worth it. feels extra special in December. Damn, Yuki! Is that real snow? The real Yuki? This probably is. Look, she's about to cry. Dang. This will be the final time I will betray Yuki. Her concert, which only lasted a few hours, came to a spectacular close. They even included an encore. The house lights go down before the venue is illuminated once more by a dim yellowish glow. I remain seated for a little for a little while longer, gazing off into the distance. I feel like I've suddenly woken up in the morning from the middle of a pleasant dream, and yet I'm completely satisfied. The overwhelmed by Asia's ultra-professional stage direction, plus the elaborate lighting and gorgeous sound quality, but more than that, I'm floored by Yuki herself. It's embarrassing to admit it. Eiji may have been the one to write and produce such mesmerizing tracks, and yet the performer, Yuki Morikawa, is the one I couldn't look away from. The sound of her voice, the way she danced, her playful banter between songs, all of it touched my heart. Despite sounding hesitant and unsure of her intermediary monologues from lack of experience, she still made my heart race every moment I was watching her. Yuki. Seeing her up there on the stage, microphone in hand. It's not like I didn't know how hard she's been working. Not like I ignored that aspect of her life. I applauded it wholeheartedly along with everyone else, and yet I couldn't help feeling sad. It's a satisfied sadness. The empty stage, curtains down, the auditorium now only sparsely filled as the crowd files out. This loneliness that tastes so sickly sweet. All I can do is sit there in a daze. Despite being a special day, it's somehow no different from any other, aside from the fact that I'm here in this reserved seat. Is Yuki really on the other side of the stage? And is she aware of my presence, sitting out here in the audience? The crowd filters out one by one. The announcement within the theater reminds us to leave in a calm and orderly manner. And here I sit, unsure what to do. After all, I came here to see Yuki, right? Overwhelmed by a mix of emotions with a hint of wistfulness thrown in, I have no choice but to stand up. After all, once the performance is over, the audience must leave. Suddenly, a familiar voice reaches my ears. It's coming from the direction of the stage. I look over to see a guy I worked with at the TV station poking his head out from the emergency exit. It sounds like there's a bit of a mix-up and he thinks I'm part of the stage crew. I'm suddenly hit by a light bulb moment. If Yuki's surrounded by the same crew as usual, then most likely no one would bat an eye if I were to join them. Though I'm sure someone will figure out I don't belong there at some point, especially since Yayoi is probably around. It might give me enough time to see Yuki. Sorry, I'm actually busy with something else. Bow my head apologetically toward the other guy. I hurry off in the opposite direction. I take off my jacket, throwing it along with my bag and bouquet of flowers onto the sofa in the hallway before making a show of rolling up my sleeves. This ensures that if anyone I know from the TV station sees me, they won't get suspicious. I race toward the green room where I assume Yuki must be without a single glance at the layout of the venue. There's a line of doors down the hallway, each leading to a different room. Yuki must be behind one of them. Suddenly I feel something gigantic hit me from behind, shoving me forward. Wait, what? Hit him from behind? What hit him? What the hell? Eiji hit him from behind. Yeah. The guy who bumped into me reached out to help me up. It's Eiji. I'm fine. I can stand on my own. While we aren't strangers, I wonder to what extent he knows about my relationship with Yuki. This might not end well depending on the answer. Sure. I blurted out without thinking. As I struggled to match his carefree tone of voice, I wonder why I feel so overwhelmingly intimidated today.
藤井君、今日のステージは楽しめた？
Yeah, of course. I replied, remembering the lighting, sound, and atmosphere from the show earlier. I managed to shove my former excitement deep down so I don't sound pathetic. Oh, now that I think about it, the stage crew probably didn't have time to lounge around watching a show. And they absolutely never say they enjoyed it or anything like that. He simply laughs at me as I try to get away panicked.
まあ、いいんじゃない。そんなうるさいこと言わなくたって。
Phew. On edge, there's not much else I can do aside from follow him. I bump into various other actual crew members along our way, but no one dares to question what I'm doing back here since I'm with AG.
お疲れ。尾形ですけど、ゆきちゃんいます？
He cheerfully calls through the closed door of the green room as if paying a friendly visit to a neighbor. A voice responds almost immediately from inside.
はい、尾形さん、お疲れ様です。
She stands up from where she's sitting, having just wiped off her makeup. The final explanation, a surprise, was directed at the man standing next to AG, that is me.
あれ、トウヤ君、どうしてここに？
And then she turns towards AG.
彼、何かしたんですか？
何かしたの？
This time, AG is the one to pose the question. Panicked, I frantically shake my head.
何かするやつなの？
This time, he turns the question on Yuki. She shakes her head firmly.
ならいいじゃない。
あら、
Oh, fuck. Hearing the commotion, Yayoi walks over. Crap.
あら、何？
いいえ。
あ、そう。弥生さん、コーヒーちょうだい。
He says in an attempt to shoo her away, out of the way while we head further inside.
トウヤ君、本当に来てくれたんだ。
I did. I replied, slightly embarrassed. I promised to come to see you, didn't I?
嬉しい。本当に最高のクリスマスだね。
And birthday.
そうだね。
I suddenly realized I came here empty-handed. My belongings, along with the gift I brought for her, all back in the hallway. Oops.
何、トウヤ君。
Sorry, I brought a present, but
気にしないで、トウヤ君。だってこんな風にトウヤ君、私のところに直接会いに来てくれたんだもの。私、それだけで他に何もいらないよ。
Yuki.
なんてね。実を言うと、私も何もないんだ。時間がなくって。ごめんね、トウヤ君。
Oh, it's fine. I should be apologizing.
どうだろうね、こういう恋愛は。片方はすごくけなげなのに、片方は何かを隠してるってやつ。
Who's the one keeping secrets?
これって両方とも痛いんだよな。裏切られる方も裏切る方も。
ステージ、絶対見に来てくれるって思ってたから。だから私、すごく頑張ったんだよ。
And you did a spectacular job.
よかった。
And yet I can sense shades of anxiety hidden behind her apparent relief.
俺はこんなばっかだったな。相手のけなげさがすごく歯がゆいんだよね。例えば、ゆきちゃんが隠してるリボンの巻かれた小箱。あれは、ゆきちゃんが俺のクリスマスプレゼントなんてことはありえないわけだ。じゃあ、不思議だな。あれは一体誰にあげるはずのプレゼントだったんだろうね。ねえ、弥生さん。
なんだか、トウヤ君に改めて舞台のこと言われると、ちょっと恥ずかしいかな。
Huh? It did? Come think of it, I've been very careful not to talk about any aspect of her singing career. But I meant it when I said it, you did a really great job.
ありがとう。
And yet the smile she gives me lacks the cheerfulness it used to have.
心配してたんだ。最近トウヤくん、私といるとき前みたいに笑わなくなっちゃったか
Damn, she knows my heart skips a beat.
ら。だから私何か悪いことしちゃったのかなって。気にしないで、こんなこと言ったからって。ただ私このライブにトウヤくんが見に来てくれたらいいなって、それだけ考えてて。見てもらったらトウヤくんもちょっとは私のこと許してくれるかなって。
Damn, forgive her. It has the opposite effect, right? I don't know.
私ってそれしかできない人間だから。
It's clear she figured out my feelings toward her were wavering. But does she really think it's just because she's been busier lately? She hangs her head before murmuring quietly.
ごめんね。
ゲームセットだな、青年。
Just as Yuki looks like she might burst into tears, Eiichi suddenly pops up out of nowhere.
はいこれ。俺から藤井君へのクリスマスプレゼント。
What? He hands me a small box wrapped with an adorable ribbon.
いいじゃないさ、ゆきちゃん。ゆきちゃんにプレゼントもらえなかったかわいそうな青年への俺からの
Oh! Eiji gave me Yuki Christmas present that she was going to give to Toya, but she couldn't because Toya didn't get her a Christmas present. So since Toya didn't get her a Christmas present, she didn't want to give him a Christmas present out of spite. No, I'm just kidding. So she doesn't make Toya feel bad. So she hid it. But then Eiji took it, and now he's giving it to Toya. That was supposed to go to Toya anyway. What a nice guy. Yeah, he gave me the present I was supposed to get.
だからほら、もらっとけよ、藤井君。
Now Yuki looked pissed though. She's like, you were not supposed to do that. Well, I'm getting it. Sorry, Yuki. Okay. This pink ribbon. Wait a minute. Did she really give me a pink ribbon for Christmas? What the fuck, Yuki? This pink ribbon, I can't say exactly strikes me as Eiji style.
何変な顔してるんだよ、青年。もらっとけもらっとけ。
Maybe she wanted me to put the pink ribbon on her.
さて、ゆきちゃん、
She snaps to attention, surprised at being called out.
帰ろっか。疲れてるんだろ。
尾形さ
Yayoi quietly interjects from behind Yuki.
ん、外にはマスコミ関係者やユキさんのファンの方たちがまだひしめいているはずです。
What's the plan, Yayoi?
もう少しお待ちになってからでも。
でも俺、今帰りたいんだよな。遅くなると妹の電話もうるさいし、下手すると変な風に疑われるし。なあ、ゆきちゃんも早く帰りたいよな。
私別にいつでも。
そんな顔しないでよ、弥生さん。大丈夫だって。身代わりを先に返した後で、ゆっくりとここ出ればいいんだからさ。
身代わり？
そう、身代わり。誰かお手伝いの子に頼もうとか思ってたけど、ちょうど24時間、ユキのために尽くしてくれるってのが現れてくれたから。
Damn, dude. He's not wrong. Toya is a schmuck who would do anything for Yuki. He grins at me, snickering mischievously. You mean me?
クリスマスプレゼントまでもらっちゃったんだ。嫌って言えないよな。やってくれるだろう。
Wait a minute. You think that was my Christmas present towards Yuki? You know Toya did leave his Christmas present. You think the pink ribbon was for Yuki? Wait a minute. No. Fine. There's a vibe coming from Eiji that makes me feel like I can't turn them down regardless of what I want. I set my fate and nod.
よし、オッケー。ゆきちゃん、青年にコート貸してあげて。
Alright, get Yuki red coat.
つばの長いキャップがあったらお願い。
Dude, her coat barely fits me.
じゃあ弥生さんはこの青年と外の連中担当ね。俺は責任持ってユキちゃんを送ってくからさ。
I remember when we first did this playthrough, the Yuki playthrough, and accidentally did the Yayoi route. I got very fucking pissed here. I was like, oh, hold on. Wait a fucking minute, AG. Why do you get to take Yuki home? And why is Yayoi driving me home? What the fuck? I was very confused at the time. But honestly, after playing 6 characters, 6 other heroines, that's not Yuki. I think Toya is much happier without Yuki. But let's see. Let's keep seeing, I guess. Yuki! I still think this. Yuki ruined his life. Toya. Kind of the way Cessna kind of ruined Haruhi's life. Haruhi had a little bit of a love life with Kazusa. And then Cessna came along. And then everything changed on that fateful day. Haruhi changed as a person. And Kazusa was never the same. Everyone's different after that day.
何そんな怖い顔しないでよ。大丈夫だって。ちゃんと責任持って送るって。弥生さん知ってるくせに妹がうるさいってこと。
Where's Rina when you need her?
わかりました。
Excuse me. I put on Yuki jacket and hat and follow Yayoi into the hallway.
どうやくん
Yuki calls my name through the crack of the open door. What's wrong?
どうやくん本当にごめんなさい。今日せっかく来てくれたのに。
It's fine. Just the nature of the business. Despite her nod of thanks, I get the feeling she wants to say something else. What's wrong, Yuki? I press her slightly and she glances up at me briefly, before simply hanging her head silently.
ねえ、どうやくん正直に言ってね。
Okay.
誰かどうやくん私と付き合う前に誰か好きな人。
I remember in the Yuki playthrough, when we did this on accident. We're not supposed to get this scene. I got this scene on accident. When she asked me this question, I got fucking pissed as well. I got pissed twice in this scene. When AG offered to take Yuki home, and when Yuki asked me this, I was like, what the fuck? Everything I fucking did, Yuki, was for you. That's what I said. I think I said that. I don't remember. I feel like I remember saying that. Dude, my beard is killing me, man. I think I should just shave it. Like, why do I want a beard? Huh? The girl I liked before Yuki? No. Considering her successful performance, why she's worrying about something like this now? My confusion over such a seemingly random question makes me hesitate. I mean, not really. Probably not. Honestly, don't remember. What is she? My fucking beard is out of control. Yuki looks me straight in the eye. It's not a lie. Yeah, I cannot deny the nagging guilt I feel regardless.
そうなんだ。
Damn, she feels like I'm lying to her. She finally murmurs under her breath, a hint of something far different from relief and expression. I'm kind of surprised though. I don't know you cared about that stuff like that.
あの時、トウヤくんに無理強いしたんじゃないかってずっと心配だったから。
I mean, told you how I felt about it. I don't know why my beard's going crazy now. She still believes the only reason we're dating is that she forced me into it by confessing her feelings.
ごめんね、変なこと言っちゃって。こんなこと聞かれるの、トウヤくんも嫌だよね。本当に勝手だね、私って。ずっと放っておいたのは私の方なのに、ちょっと寂しくなると、ト トウヤ君にばっかりこんなこと言ってね。
It's really okay, Yuki. The only thing I can do is cut her off. Though I'm sure there's by far better ways to comfort her if it were actually partners. No matter where I look, I can't find a solid foothold leading to her heart. How did we end up like this? My paralyzed brain can't figure out how to untangle the mess we're in.
トウヤ君
I think she's crying. Yeah?
好き。
And with that, she slips back behind the door.
参りましょう。
She proceeds to walk past me as I stand there with my head bowed, my body trembling. Her movement seems robotic in a sense, and uncompromisingly resolute. I hurry after her, trying to keep my head down as much as possible. Oh, it's a little bit different from my second playthrough, right? When we did the Yuki route. In the Yuki route, when I accidentally got into the scene, and I didn't have a guide for it. Yayoi pulled me, and AG pulled Yuki, and then they like pulled them apart from each other, basically. In this scene, Yuki intentionally cuts off Toya because she doesn't trust him, probably. Because when Toya said no, she didn't believe that. She looked sad. As I follow Yayoi into the parking lot, I notice my breath hanging in white clouds in the air.
急いでお乗りください。
She gestures me towards the ultimate familiar passenger side door to her black BMW. The metal is unbearably cold, to the point where it feels like it's slicing my hand open. I slide inside the car, which is filled with the same motionless atmosphere as always. I suddenly notice a few shadowy figures out of the corner of my eye. They must be Yuki fans, waiting for it to come out. They're coming in closer. I think to myself as Yayoi soundlessly slip into the driver's seat.
急ぎましょう。浅く腰掛けてくださいますか。
She says, forcibly pushing my head down with her hand. Oh no, I forgot about height difference. I follow her suggestion, slumping down in my seat while bowing my head forward. I can barely feel the warmth from Yayoi's hand through the fabric of my hat.
あまりお顔は見せないよう願います。
I can see through the tinted windows from the small crowd are already gathered around the car.
出します。
With a dry mechanical sound, we take off, the car racing forward. I barely glimpse the surprised faces of those standing closest to the car as we drive by. I peek behind us to see the group of fans still standing under the harsh fluorescence of the parking lot, jumping up and down, waving enthusiastically. A couple of them try running after the car, but Yayoi's sustained speed makes it impossible for any human to keep up on foot. It seems like Operation Yuki was a success. She makes no move to slow down her black car until we reach the next traffic light. And then, this is where I cut off, because that's when I knew I strayed too far from the Yuki route. So now everything after this part is completely new, right? This one is a different feeling though. Now that I followed the route properly on the Yayoi route, instead of doing the Yuki route and accidentally getting to the Yayoi route, Yuki seems like she's cutting off Toya now, which is interesting. I don't think she ever did that before in any other heroine route. Let's see how the relationship progresses. Seems like we managed to pull it off. I say to fill the silence as Yayoi waits wordlessly for the light to change. That's good, right? There's an embarrassing tremor in my voice, despite my efforts.
ええ、
My response is as flat as ever.
あそこにいた人たちはみんな、もうユキさんが帰ったものと思い込んだでしょう。あとは自分たちもそれぞれ帰ってゆくだけです。
Sounds good to me. As soon as the light changes, the car leaps forward. The lights of the city, filtered through the tinted window, move across Yayoi's face like tattoos. I remove the hat, finally freeing myself from the claustrophobic view of the world I've been trapped in.
ユキさん、
Huh? She begins, like she's confiding in me within this sealed room.
ユキさんは喜んでおられましたか。
excuse. What exactly is she asking me here? Huh? Well, I answer vaguely, but she goes quiet again. It feels like the silence says more than any words could. You let us see each other, but didn't really give us much time to actually talk, so I'm not sure how you thought that would make her happy. She glares at me after my despondent answer.
わからない方ですわね。
Her tone is so dry that I don't get the impression she's telling me off.
ユキさんがしなければならないことは作り物みたいな愛情に甘えることではないはずです。お分かりでしょう。
Sure. I answered somewhat glumly. I can't help but feel bad for her though. Huh. She snorts derivously.
あなたには人の心が全くわからないのですね。
She says without looking in my direction. Yeah, that is kind of selfish of Toya. Because Yuki was able to tell if he's lying or not. He's an open book. Everyone knows that except for Toya himself. Yet Toya, he is pretty egoistic. That's for sure. A little bit. He plays the victim role a lot. I mean, he is a victim, but I mean, everyone's a victim at the end of the day. She says without looking in my direction. Honestly, you're the last person I expect to hear that from. She seems puzzled by my words.
あなたはユキさんの不安を、心細さをご存知でしょう。ユキさんの強さや弱さ、ユキさんの脆さ。それならなぜその脆い心を突き崩そうとなさるのです。
I can't answer that. The question we can't answer are the hardest to hear.
ユキさんは音楽祭に出場します。
I look at Yayoi in surprise. The music festival. It's a once-a-year event showcasing popular musicians and sponsored by TV show stations, major record labels, music stores, and so on. The most popular idols over the past year are entered into the contest via a competitive selection process where they perform against each other in front of a panel of judges. There's a first place trophy, an excellence award, and an honorable mention, but the star who ranks first is awarded a record deal from the sponsoring production company. In other words, the best musician of the year gets to put out a record album, along with the accompanying honor of the title holder. Only those up-and-coming idols or the most promising future are selected to participate. It's rare to see the same artists participate over the consecutive years, as it's difficult to maintain that level of success and continual growth necessary. Even then, just being an amateur isn't enough to guarantee the spot in the festival. Only the best and brightest are granted a spot on stage. And out of those promising youngsters, one special individual will rise to the top, to be crowned the best of the best. Whether Yuki can win such an esteemed prize remains to be seen, but even aside from that, her being included at all is proof of her rising stardom. What?
まだ極秘事項扱い。他への漏洩は厳重に禁じますけれど。
Why did this happen? There we go. I'm assuming this must be the secret Yuki mentioned to me on the phone the other night.
お分かりですね。
She speaks calmly, acting like she won some kind of argument. Sure. I have no idea what exactly is it I'm supposed to understand, but I nod anyway. The only thing I can see is this illusion that Yuki is moving further away from me. Yuki. My voice trembles, my head bowed.
辛いのですか？ユキさんの成長を目にできたというの。
I feel like the cushions making noises. It's only this scene, right? There's like a little tick in stage left. It's annoying me.
皆さん耐えておられます。ユキさんに心寄せているのは何もあなた一人だけではないのですか？
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
ご覧になってお分かりになりませんか？ああ見えて尾形さんも ユキさんに心惹かれておられる方のお一人なのですよ。
Asia likes her.
だからこんなくだらない立ち回りを始めたのでしょ
If that's true, then why? Why did she let Eiji stay behind with Yuki? My words trailed off before I could finish, but attention remained focused on the road ahead.
う。大丈夫です。あの方はユキさんには何もなさいません。
Not tonight.
少なくとも今
He doesn't want her to know how he feels yet.
夜。え
She nods briefly.
え、それにあの方にはユキさん以上に大切な方がおられます。
Rina! More important than Yuki. It might just my imagination, but I noticed the faintest hint of curl in the corner of the lips. Could it be this entire conversation? Is her getting revenge on Eiji for kicking us out earlier? No, I don't think so. I don't see a reality where Yayoi confides in anyone but her own feelings.
あの方はあの方なりに考えておられます。
She's trying to tell me something. That's the impression I get. The same woman who's emphatically denies harboring anything as vague as human emotion. Alright, we're done with this scene. Now let me see. Yeah, this scene is so weird. I don't like that driving scene. It bothers me a lot because it's like a click on stage left, like on my left headphone or ear speakers, what do you want to call it. It makes me think like, is my speakers, is it okay? Or, you know, it feels defected. But then when we're out of the scene, I'm like, okay, why would they do that? Why is there a click on stage left? It's annoying. She didn't proceed to drive me home without another word. And once again, I failed to find an appropriate topic to fill the silence during the ride. I thanked her, and as I'm getting out of the car, I turned to ask her a question. What's your plan now?
帰って休みます。
By yourself?
はい
And that's it?
はい。
Well then. What? Oh my fucking god. Christmas is always the day where we lose Yuki. Do you want to come up for a few minutes? I smiled at her, surprised at myself by asking to begin with.
藤井さんのお宅にですか。
It's just that the thought of spending a night as cold as this one alone is too painful. Maybe someone like Yayoi never feels lonely, no matter what kind of night it is. She looks at me somewhat puzzled.
お邪魔にならないようでした。
In no way, shape, or form will your company bother me. I'm just feeling kind of sad. Damn, dude, he gave up on Yuki. In response, she carefully pulls the car into a nearby parking lot. I start to shiver again as I watch the lukewarm exhaust get carried away by the night wind. I really was pretty lonely, but... Yayoi finally walks over to me. She doesn't look cold at all. It won't be anything special, but I hope it's comfortable enough.
はい。
She nods without any of the formulaic greeting for entering someone else's home. It puts me somewhat at ease. Oh fuck. Just as I'm about to usher her inside. Yuki! Oh,
雪ですね。
tiny powdery flakes of snow drift down around us. I guess the painfully bitter wind from a moment ago has set the stage for this romantic evening. I can't believe such a magical performance is happening on a Christmas Eve I can't share with Yuki. Slightly depressed by this almost cruel twist of fate, I turn to Yayoi, chuckling sadly. She's staring up at the jet black night sky, an unusual joyful smile on her lips. I found myself doing the same a moment later. I have no idea where in the darkness they're born from, but I am enveloped in countless snowflakes, feeling like I'm floating through the sky. I lose any sense of up or down. Feeling oddly depressed, I seek out Yayoi. She has a distant look in her eyes, seemingly on the verge of melting into the darkness. You seem to be enjoying this, I say, and she suddenly turned to me like she had forgotten I was still there.
ええ、冬好きなんです。
Oh, she said that too when we talked about the weather last time. The tiny snowflake falls into the soft hollow above her upper lip and quietly vanishes. My cheek instantly turned crimson, as if I accidentally glimpsed something incredibly erotic. What was he thinking when that happened?
お邪魔します。
After we step inside my apartment, I turn the heat on to full blast. It should start to warm up in a minute. Sit down wherever there's space. I'll make some coffee.
恐れ入ります。
I'm about to head into the kitchen where I suddenly turn around, feeling like something's off. Maybe it's just that I never had a guest over to my apartment before. With that in mind, Yayoi seems almost out of place against the backdrop of my room, full of the echoes of my everyday life.
何か
No. I placed the coffee pot and 2 cups on a tray and carrying it out. She has always come off to me as unbelievably terrifying, but here in my room, she just looks like a misplaced doll. A doll. That analogy will explain her bizarre lack of emotions, or even humanity. She's a mysterious creature, made of porcelain, resin, and wood, and not skin. Yuki's the only woman who's been here in my apartment up until now. Not only that, but she's also been trying to tear me and Yuki apart. This woman is the exact opposite of Yuki.
意外と清潔なのですね。
Huh? She says suddenly, while looking around my apartment with wonder. Please don't scrutinize them that closely. Though my words have no effect, as she continues to do so.
あら、
Her gaze suddenly stopped at the windowsill next to my bed.
すみませんが、あれを拝見させていただいてよろしいでしょうか。
She points to a framed photo. Oh, this never happened in any other house before. On the windowsill. All the other girls. Did Rina ever came in here? I guess not Rina. So every other girls besides Rina that came to his apartment, they never pointed out this picture. It's of me and Yuki from before she made a debut as an idol. Oh, sure. Oh, it's because they're like childhood friends. Well, not childhood. They know each other from high school. That's probably why they never questioned the picture. Except for Mana. Because Mana... Wait a minute. Fucking Mana. She never noticed the fucking picture. I just noticed that. When he was sick, she was in his room for a week. Damn, that's a big plot hole. I hand it to her, and she immediately looks at it with rapt attention.
仲がいいんですね。
If only someone wasn't working hard to keep us apart. I say somewhat bitterly. And yet she doesn't react at all, as if I'm fazed by my words.
あなたが羨ましいです。
And then she falls silent. Her silence is somewhat of incredibly purity, a cleanliness that comes with the eventuality of death, at which point the concept of good or bad fades away. Before I can say anything, she suddenly looks up at me.
今晩はユキさんと過ごせなくて残念ですわね。
She says without a hint of hesitation. Who exactly do you think is to blame for that?
ご不満ですか？
Yes, I am. Of course.
その代わりに私がいてもですか？
I'm at a loss for words.
そのつもりで私をここに誘ったのではないのですか？
No, that's not it at all. I frantically wave off her assumption. I have absolutely no romantic feelings for Yayoi, and I'm sure she has absolutely no interest in sleeping with me. The thought only makes me more depressed.
前に申し上げたはずです。どんなことにでも従うつもりだと。
Right, I remember. She observes me with a puzzled look on her face, as if I'm some rare specimen. I'm just left feeling increasingly confused. Catching feelings for someone is usually fairly basic and straightforward. Oh, right. The simplest thing create the most intricate puzzles, as they say.
一人きりなのは寂しいのでしょう。
She cradles my face between her hands. Her eyes once again seems distracted. Her hands are neither cold nor warm. I feel her pointer finger gently traces my skin from my cheekbone to my ear, where her nails slide gently inside. Brrr. A shudder races up my spine. She seems to enjoy teasing my ear with her finger. Though her expression remains emotionlessly blank.
寂しいでしょ
I catch the faint whiff of her scent as she brings her face close to mine and she kisses me. I kiss her back, my body pressed against hers.
よろしいのですよ我慢なさらなくと寂しいの辛いことですもの
Yayoi, what should I do? What should I do? What the fuck? Alright guys, close your eyes. Yayoi, I'm sorry. Close your eyes. Not even knowing exactly what I'm saying, I hug her tightly, almost clinging to her. Oh fuck!
大丈夫です
Oh my god! She murmurs while cradling my head in her arms.
寂しいことなどありませんから
I look up at her and she chuckles lightly. Her smile is warm and kind, yet it reminds me of that cruel laugh of hers the other day. Her look of passive encouragement in her gaze. I realize I'm holding onto her body tighter than before. I know she's manipulating me, but at the same time I find myself acting on my own insatiable desire. That's the impression I get. I wonder, is this what an out-of-body experience feels like? She continues looking back at me wordlessly. You want me, right? You're lonely, aren't you? That's what those eyes of hers seem to say. I fall into her body, almost like I'm being pulled in. As always, she's neither warm nor cold, only adoringly pure and beautiful. It seems obvious that her body wouldn't be any different from any other woman, and yet the fact leaves me feeling strangely relieved. Her body, being almost too perfectly taken care of, is so very like her. She chuckles softly before kissing me again. Her lips just barely brushes mine, and yet it leaves me feeling painfully on edge, the words spinning around me, and from her lips I taste the faint rogue of her lipstick. My heart races in my chest, as if in panic. Maybe she doesn't notice at all, and yet the more I think about it, the faster and louder my heart pounds. I can't help but moan. Whoa, damn! She made him nut! From a kiss? Oh fuck. She's too hot. Her teeth sink into my lower lip. You all know what the white flash in every visual novel means. There's only one answer when we see a white flash in a visual novel. I think Toya nutted. He couldn't help himself. She was just too beautiful. I think Yayoi's his type. She acts like she's in a trance, still with the distant look in her eyes. She bites me over and over. It's light enough not to leave a mark, and yet it feels far from gentle. My own breathing in my ears is embarrassingly loud. I'm blushing a deep crimson, my body feeling like it's on fire. I don't know why, but for some reason I feel incredibly humiliated. I can't stop myself from shaking, enough that it causes Yayoi to look at me surprised. My feeling of overwhelming shame is enough that I can't bring myself to look into her eyes. She slowly brings her face close to mine, a faint smile play over her lips, and then she laughs in a way that makes her body shudder, my body shudder.
藤井さんの反応女性の方みたいですね
Damn! Oh fuck! It's almost like I'm being forced into doing this despite my own desires. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Dude, if she's into pegging, you gotta sign me out. I'm sorry, Yayoi. All I wanted was a momentary diversion. This agreement between us was supposed to be mutually beneficial. Yeah, I always been at a disadvantage, her using me for her sole benefit. This act between us is agonizingly painful, and yet I can't pull back. I can't do anything but surrender myself. The feeling of being unable to escape, akin to fear. The awe of a small animal facing an apex predator. Like I'm a kid again, unable to talk back to my Nan-san. Unable to push her away, so I do what I can to mentally brace myself.
血を抜いて差し上げます
Oh! What?
殿方の余計な血
What the fuck? Wait a minute! No biting! From that point forward, I no longer had any say with her taking complete control. Manipulated by her mechanical technique, devoid of any kind of emotion, and yet I couldn't stop myself moaning in pleasure the entire time. Please stop. And yet I can't force her words from my mouth. She forces her lips against mine, sucking up my painful gas. I feel almost violated in a sense, and yet I can't deny the irrational pleasure. It controls my mind. As further proof, oh, this is like the only route. I just realized something. Is this the only route where they didn't cut the H scene? They like censor it by putting clothes on her. But this is the H scene, isn't it? They're pretty much describing it. Nice. I'm so glad. As further proof, I found myself clinging to her body without being fully aware I'm doing so. She finally lets me go. I have no idea how I'd ever be able to look her in the face again. For a guy who's seemingly devoted to his girlfriend to get off on being dominated and toyed with. Meanwhile, Yayoi only used me to scratch an itch and has no feelings for me whatsoever. This should have been a fair deal, and yet I seem to have ended up with the short end of the stick. I feel an altogether different sensation on my face. Surprised, I look up to see Yayoi wiping off the drool from the corner of my lips with a piece of tissue. Noticing my attention on her, she simply looks back wordlessly. I feel like she's coddling me as if I were a baby. No, her movements are far more mechanical, with absolutely no emotion behind them. Oh fuck. I don't think I could say that. That's not safe. Say. I'm overwhelmed with shame. She looks at me curiously before taking my face in her hands once more and pressing her lips against mine. Stop. I had enough. But she won't let me go. She continues seemingly automatically, apparently oblivious to my repeated pleas to stop. I cover my own eyes. Damn,
泣い
dude.
ておられるのですか
With my arm draped over my eyes, all I can hear is her voice. Am I crying? Me? Of course not. No. But as soon as I open my mouth to tell her otherwise, I feel something hot on my cheek. A teardrop. I guess I really am crying after all. We silently get dressed without exchanging a single word.
ご不満でした
She suddenly asks while peering into my face, her voice unsteady and awkward. I turn away, not wanting her to see how I feel. Damn, Toya! Dang, I feel sorry for him, not gonna lie. This must be the most miserable thing. This most miserable night. Even though he's having sex with the hottest girl on the planet. The man's being toyed with. Feelings being trampled over. The love of his life locked him out. How can you not feel sad?
気持ちよくありませんでしたでしょうか
Dang, she sounds sad. Wondering why she's asking me this, I merely shake my head.
それなら
But before she could finish, she stopped herself. Instead, she pulls me against her, wrapping me in an embrace. I can barely make out the sound of her heart beating. It feels so natural for some reason. I can't feel her body heat at all, and yet the simple pressure of her breasts pressed against me is incredibly calming. Why am I crying? That's what she was about to ask me. There's nothing I can do about it, and I have no idea why it's happening. I don't want to mar her skin with even a single teardrop after the filthy act that just occurred. I have no idea why I feel this way, but I do. She quietly kisses the top of my head as I stand there with my face buried between her breasts. It's a motherly gesture, though she feels quite the opposite in that moment. Yayoi. I slowly look up at her.
Hi.
Do you love me?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I expected as much. This is all part of the deal we made. Yayoi, I decided to ask another question.
Hi.
Can I kiss you?
Eh.
This is also part of our deal. Better to do everything without any emotional attachment. As our lips press together, I try my best not to overthink our exchange. I close my eyes, and once more, I kiss her. I finally pull back from each other's body. She goes into the bathroom. It's not long after she disappeared from view that I can hear the shower water running, and I'm suddenly overcome by unspeakable feelings of anxiety and loneliness. The types of anxiety that comes when you're at your lowest, overwhelmed by powerlessness. Now all I'm afraid of is silence. I fumble for the remote to the TV before turning it on, drowning out the sound of the shower. There's an old foreign movie playing on the TV. He's watching Titanic. I know it. Oh, it's a story of a man who longs for death. It's a fairly quiet and boring. The sound of a shower is monotonous. The longer it goes on, the louder it gets, drowning out everything else. As I wait for a return, I hug my knees to my chest as I stare at the TV screen. Oh! Damn, this dude's depressed as fuck! You know when a character hugged their knees to their chest? They're mad sad. Very sad. All alone. I just want company without worrying about breaking someone else's trust. Having decided to kill himself, the man on the screen visits his close friends, floating aimlessly like St. Elmo fire. You think it's foreshadow? No way, right? The sound of the shower will never end, and all I feel is this relentless tedium and anxiety. Spiraling an anxiety loop, I progressively grow sleepy. Man, just like Yuki fell asleep when Toya wanted, to make love. Now Toya did the same to Yayoi. She wanted to make love, but he was like, I'm sleepy. I wake up to the feeling of my cheek stuck on the floor. A dry white light seeps underneath the curtain. I turn my eyes to the TV that's still on. Just from the show, I can't tell it's already afternoon. I could tell. I must have passed out for real. My body aches all over, probably from sleeping on the floor. Feeling sluggish, I get to my feet. As I do that, I feel something slip off my body and realize someone had put a blanket over me. Was it Yayoi? Remember what happened? I searched my small room for any sign of her, but of course she's long gone. Wobbling unsteadily on my feet, I opened the curtain. Dude, I think Toya became Yuki in this route. I think they switched roles. I think he's Yuki now. It's bright and warm outside, but without the talent, of course. He's Yuki without the talent. The roads and buildings are already dry, but no sign of the snowfall from the night before. I guess I'll be spending Christmas alone again. I suddenly spot a piece of paper on the table. I pick it up.
お休みのようでしたので失礼させていただきました。篠塚。
Is that her first name? Yuki Morikawa. Yayoi Shinazuka. That's her last name. I burn my face in my hands. I burn my face in my hands. My head throbs like I'm suffering from a hangover. The table is so neatly organized that I almost don't see it at first. But right there, on the side of a white coffee cup in the middle of the table. Oh my god! It's a faint scarlet mark. That's her lipstick. The remnants of her lipstick. It's such an incredibly feminine souvenir. On brand with someone like Yayoi. Dude, this is the best route. I know I keep saying that with every new route. This route is so fucking good. Holy shit. Wow. I just woke up. Yeah, all I want to do is go back to sleep. Even the bright sunlight from outside only seems to further sap my ability to think straight. I crumbled a note she left up into a ball and tossed it aside before sliding under the covers. When I close my eyes, I feel a dull tiredness around my eyelids, probably from crying the night before. Let's see, what time is it? Okay, good. I have time. Why? Am I really going to spend Christmas by myself? Fuck. Guess I am. Alright, let's see what happened. What happened if we don't sleep with Yayoi? Just curious. Oh, fuck. He pushed her. Damn. Damn.
申し訳ございませんでした。今夜はやはりおいとまさせていただ
Damn,
き
I
ます。
hurt her feelings.
ただ、今夜だけはユキさん、そっとしておいて差し上
I
げ
think Yayoi likes Toya. Right. This dude. She likes Toya, dude. Let's be honest. Maybe she doesn't love him yet. But she likes him at least. Right. Hmm.
それでは失礼いたします。これだけは心に留めておいてください。騙されることよりも騙されないことの方が
Listen,
時としては人を傷つけ状況を悪化させます。
Damn, he's calling Yayoi name. Holy shit. Damn, he really wanted Yayoi. Damn, he's so sad. Then he cried alone on Christmas Eve. Fuck. Same thing. Oh, she still left him the kiss mark. But she didn't leave him a note this time. Damn, dude. Wow. I'm not gonna lie. This round is really good. It's really good. I think this game is pretty good. It started off pretty weak with Yuki route, but I think it picked up pretty nicely after we were done with Yuki. 12:26. All right. Let's see. So we're gonna talk about romance. Let's see if she treat us differently.
おはようございます。
Like a little bit like that. Hey Yayoi, do you ever think about love, relationships, or stuff like that? It's a topic I feel I had to bring up at least once. Not that it isn't embarrassing though.
何ですか?
Excuse me. It's just that she seems confused by my question. Are you completely uninterested in relationships?
それを知ってどうなさるのですか?
Excuse me. It's not like I care one way or another. I only thought it might be a way to actually start a conversation.
ユキさんを思うことに関して何か疑問でも浮かびましたか?
Of course not. If I answer in a positive, even as a joke, I know she snatched Yuki away from me with lightning speed.
そうですか.
With that, she's gone. I wonder if she really hates our relationship that much. That sucks. Let's see. Alright. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Oh, making good progress. I just noticed that. You didn't even want to spend New Year's with Yayoi. I think the only person we never spent New Year's with was Misaki. I think Misaki avoided us on New Year's. I think at Yuki route, Yuki came to Toya house for New Year's. Let's see what happened here. The next event is at January 2nd. So whatever happened New Year's, let's see what happened. The only shows on television are mediocre celebrities and excessively drawn out but equally mediocre historical dramas. The stuff they show on TV at the end of the year is pretty awful. After having worked at a station part-time, I can't blame the staff for putting on schlock. But no amount of sympathy I feel for their plight can change the fact that these shows stink. I don't want to say cooped up in my room or being bored all winter break. Unsure what to do, I finally switched the TV off. Noise from the street outside echoes loudly in the sudden silence that fills my room. Speaking of which, Yuki got work today too. Being in a especially fragile state of mind, my thoughts quickly turn to things best left alone. What should I do? I give up. Even if I go outside, I'll just be surrounded by other people wandering aimlessly with nothing to do. Not exactly my idea of a great time. I slump back down to my bed again. That's right. I could always just go back to sleep since I'm here already. The new year will come, whether I wake up or asleep. The sun will rise to greet the new day. Might as well sleep. Coming. Not expecting any visitors for the foreseeable future as I take a nap, but the moment I close my eyes, someone shows up. It's like some law of the universe. I slowly force myself out of bed. Oh. I'm surprised to who I see when I open the door. Okay, let's guess. Yuki or Yayoi? Or both? I'm guessing. I don't know. Fuck!
こんばんは、トウヤくん。
I would have got it wrong anyway. I was gonna say Yayoi, but I was like, I don't know, man. Yuki smiles up at me from the hallway, but what is she doing here?
どうしたの、トウヤくん。
Nothing. Just, what are you doing here?
驚いたでしょ。
I'm very surprised. Answer honestly.
あのね、弥生さんがね、今夜はお仕事を早めに切り上げて、トウヤくんのところに会いに行ったらって言ってくれて。
What? She did? That surprised me even more than seeing Yuki. But also, that must mean... Oh, fuck! Of course.
夜分遅くに大変失礼いたします。
Oh my god. Memories of Christmas Eve flashes back to Toya's mind when he saw the beautiful goddess that was known as Yayoi. Yayoi says with a deep bow of apologies. I bow my head back, returning the gesture. Not sure what's going on, but not wanting to be left out, Yuki bow as well. What a trio we make on the last night of the year. But since we're all here, it's fine. Why don't you guys come inside? You can warm up for now. I swing the front door wide open.
恐れ入ります。
お邪魔します。
It's kind of crowded in here with 3 people.
そんなことないよ。ね、弥生さん。
はい、決して。
Did I wash the coffee mug? I hope I washed the coffee mug. I wouldn't, but I would have to, or Yuki would get suspicious. She answered in a businesslike manner. This is the first time she's been here. I wonder how she remembers what happened between us the other night. I wonder what she's thinking as she sits next to Yuki watching me. Her eyes are a blank slate, giving away not even a hint of an answer. The reason, I assume, is because she doesn't think about it at all. I stand up. Should I go out and get us something to drink?
それなら私もお付き合いいたします。
Oh! She says before immediately getting to her feet.
じゃあ私も。
Yuki.
ユキさん、あなたはお留守番です。
She brings her fine featured face closer to Yuki before lightly pushing her back down.
でも、
今日の人の多さはご覧になったでしょ。あまり外出していただきたくはないのです。
And good argument. Then with a slight tilt to her head,
お留守番を頼まれていただけますね。
she chuckles.
はい、わかりました、弥生さん。
And then she really is Yuki manager.
参りましょう、藤井さん。
And she effortlessly slipped in front of me. Okay. Off to the convenience store. I shoved my wallet into my pocket. Sorry, Yuki, but thanks for staying behind. Don't answer the door if anyone knocks, okay?
大丈夫だよ、トウヤくん。
She nods in understanding. Okay, we'll be right back. What's with that change of heart, Yayoi? Why'd you bring Yuki here? I asked as soon as we're outside of my building. Will Yuki work harder after spending time with me or something? I asked somewhat sarcastically.
ええ、
She said, seemingly unconcerned.
そう思いたいのならそれでも結構です。それは確かな事実ですので。
And she flashes me a smile with an obvious bit of sentiment for once. Cold cruelty. It's like she's offering me an emotional scrap.
そう思うことで、あなたに会いたいと強く思う人がいるということから目を背けられるのでしたら、この上なく簡単ですし。
Me? My mumbled response gets lost in a white cloud of my breath.
ユキさんですわ。
And she looks away. You don't strike me as the caring type.
私にはわかるのです。ユキさんのことが。
Damn, dude, this is the first time we angered Yayoi. There's a vehemence in her voice that's usually absent, though I wouldn't describe it as emotional.
申し訳ございません。つい
But she quickly reverts back to her usual self.
こちらが勝手にお邪魔しているというの。
Don't worry about that. It doesn't bother me. I interrupt her before she can veer the conversation in the wrong direction. More importantly, are you okay with this?
何がですか？
She looks at me quizzically, being in the same room as me and Yuki. There's a pause. She simply stares at me.
なぜですか？
No particular reason. That's all I respond with. Oh god. What happened that night? I could go more into detail about my feelings, but I don't feel like it. Whether it's about Yuki or Yayoi. And I'm sure Yayoi wouldn't even care if I did, especially considering her pragmatic view of the world. I decided to take a page from her book and stay silent. We stopped by a local 24/7 convenience store, Konbini, pick up a couple of snacks and head back. Yayoi? Just as I'm about to climb the stairs back to my apartment, I stop her.
はい。
About the other day. She stands there silently for a moment.
ユキさんには何も申し上げてませんよ。
She says a basic statement of fact. It's not what I meant. I shake my head briefly.
それともお知らせした方がよろしかったのでしょう。
No! No! I mean, yeah, no.
でしたら問題はございません。
She then proceeds to walk up the stairs, her high heels clacking elegantly against each step.
東也くん遅かった。
Oh, she only yells at me! Yuki pouts at me as soon as we step inside.
いつまで帰ってこないのかって心配したんだから。
I know that's a lie. We weren't gone that long.
そうだけど。
申し訳ございませんでした。藤井さんと少々雑談をしておりました。
Seeing how upset she is, Yayoi brings her face close to Yuki, smiling softly. It's the kind of smile I hardly ever see from her.
あ、いいの、弥生さん。本当に怒ってなんかないから。
Damn, they really do look like they don't look anywhere near each other, and they're very close in age. Yuki's 20, Yayoi's 24, but they do look like mother and child, right? She hurriedly waves off Yayoi apology. When she talks to Yuki, she comes off as slightly One-san, who cares about her sibling. I think he's more like a mom rather than an older sister, to be honest. I have a feeling that special smile of hers is reserved for Yuki only. We then proceed to chat about nothing particular. Yayoi's presence makes me nervous, but seeing Yuki as relaxed as ever helps puts me at ease somewhat.
ゆきさん、
She turns to look at Yayoi, who points at her watch.
そっか。
This time she turns to me, about to let me in on whatever she noticed.
東也くん、
Yeah?
明けましておめでとう。
She bows her head, grinning mischievously. Alright, it's midnight.
弥生さんもおめでとうございます。
Yayoi bows her head slightly as well, smiling gently.
ねえ、東也くん、
Yuki suddenly gets up. Huh?
窓開けていい？
Yeah, I guess. It's kinda cold outside though.
いいの。
With that, she opens the door and steps outside. The balcony doesn't really offer much of a view.
私もよろしいですか？
Huh? Sure, be my guest. I nod as she quietly gets to her feet before vanishing behind the curtain hanging in front of the door. It's one thing for Yuki to go, but Yayoi too? I hear Yayoi say something from outside, followed by Yuki laughter. I kind of feel like I'm being left out of something. Oh well, I should probably join them. The cool night air immediately hits me, almost like a knife slicing through my exposed skin.
あ、東也くんも来た。
Despite being hunched over due to cold, Yuki smiles happily at me as she greets me. As we stand there on my tiny balcony, a white breath hangs in the air briefly before vanishing, like some kind of magic act. I brush the railing lightly, the sharp, freezing bite from the metal feeling so much like winter.
心地いいですね。
Yayoi says, seemingly imprevious to the cold, as she looks up at the sky. I remember she mentioned loving the winter time. I follow her lead and look up myself. Instead of snow, the sky is full of stars. The sky seems like it's on fire, or frozen over, or awash, with a sea of twinkling lights. The way they shine out, singular points to the darkness, is about mercilessly beautiful. I inhale, filling my lungs with the night air. It's a weird feeling. The air we breathe at night is no different than during the day, and yet there's something about it. Like the world itself is somehow different. It kind of is, considering it's made of full revolution around its axis. Obvious, yet awe-inspiring at the same time. It's still tonight, with hardly any breeze, but unlike summer, the air itself feels horribly heavy. The air I inhale seems to sink deep inside my lungs, weighing me down. My chest aches faintly, and even after closing my eyes, I can still see the night sky in all its usual glory. Yuki stands there, shivering in the cold and yet beaming with happiness. while Yayoi looks like she's praying. And they're both here with me. This isn't a dream or anything. A lot has happened, and yet I am still pretty happy with this reality, all things considered. Who knows what the future may bring, but there's no point in worrying about it. A lot of things have changed in a number of ways, but at least for now, the Yuki I know is still here with me. And Yayoi, for what it's worth. I finally released the air I've been holding in my lungs. A large white cloud envelops me. I glance over at Yayoi, and our eyes meet, and she smiles. It's vague. It seems to lack a tangible emotion behind it, yet for some reason, I get the feeling we're both thinking the same thing.
気持ちいいですね。
Oh, dude. I think I love her, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I think I love her. Yeah, I agree. In that moment, I sort of understand why she apparently likes winter so much. Because the joy we find in the winter air is the real deal, no matter how it presents itself.
寒いね。
Her voice trembles audibly.
さあ、ユキさん。
Before I can reach out to her, Yayoi envelops Yuki in her jacket, gently pulling her close. Maybe I'm imagining things, but Yayoi seems to laugh a lot more when Yuki's around.
あったかい。
She giggles shyly, thanking Yayoi for warming her up. Is she familiar with a side of Yayoi that I don't know? The kind and caring side. Yuki?
Huh?
I ask her warmly. Do you like winter? She seems confused by my seemingly random question.
好き。
She says while blushing for some reason. Meanwhile, Yayoi gently strokes her hair. After finally coming back inside the warming up their half-frozen bodies, the two girls announce it's time to head home.
ごめんなさい、トウヤくん。もっとゆっくりしてきたいんだけど。
No sweat. You gotta do what you gotta do. Come back anytime. I'll be waiting. She simply nods in response.
また来るからね。
藤井さん。
As I walk them to the door, Yayoi whispers my name, calling me back. Yes?
ご用がございましたら、私の方も。
Sure. I laugh in response, somewhat awkwardly. The smile she flashes me is very different from the one she has on reserve for Yuki, but I'm slightly less afraid of it now. Yayoi,
はい。
good night. She looks at me, seemingly slightly mystified.
それでは、失礼いたします。
As they leave, her high heels echoing behind him. Oh! That was kind of fun. I think to myself as I head back to bed and lie down. I close my eyes, intending to rest for a few seconds, but I soon drift off into a deep sleep. I do that all the time. I close my eyes and then 6 hours pass. I'm not gonna lie. Dude! I like her a lot. I think Yayoi is really good. I'm really liking this Yayoi route. It's really good. It is really, really good. I think that's a good stopping point. It's a little early, but let me see. How much do we even have left? Oh yeah, that's pretty much it, huh? Yeah. We'll see. That was good. Damn, dude. I think I like Yayoi. I knew I would like her, but I didn't know I would like her this much. She's really good. Dang. I guess the next question is next stream when we see the ending. Will my feelings stay the same? Will I still like Yayoi? Or will the ending sour my feelings of Yayoi? Just like what happened with Sayako. I guess there's only one way to find out next time when we play White Album. So I appreciate everyone that stopped by. It's been cool. We did pretty much all the characters. Yayoi's the last one, so the next one might be the last White Album, right? Unless it's a secret route that I don't know about. So with that, I appreciate everyone that stopped by. It's been cool. see you later when we wrap up Yayoi Row and pretty much the entire White Album game. All right, later, bye.